Arts District. We're doing it. Yeah. Love it. I've performed in Vegas many times, but it's always been in a casino, and I've always hated it. I'm not a casino guy. There's like too much AC in there. You know, I wear contact lenses, so that means my eyes get dry like that. I just walk in and I'm like, I hate it here. I was telling my fiance we came out here, and the first time I ever worked in Vegas was at the Four Queens. I don't even know if that hotel's still up. Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, we know it's not for long, right? We're like, oh yeah, it doesn't even fit in Fremont Street. Four Queens is just looking at the thing that overtook Binions, and it's like, yeah, we're not long for the haul. We're gonna go soon. But I remember I worked there on Monday through Sunday, a whole week in Vegas, which is way too long to be in Vegas, alright? If you live here, that's different. You can go home, go to church, cleanse yourself, you know. But as an out-of-towner, Vegas is a 2-day town. You come in the first day, you drink everything, you know, do drugs, whatever you want. And then the next day, you don't even want to be there, but you paid for 2 days. So you rally. You ever see someone on that 4-second day who didn't want to be out there? You see some 4-foot margarita strapped to his begrudging, frustrated neck, just... He doesn't want to be there. It's a 2-day town, but I was in Vegas for 7 days. And I remember the first morning I woke up, I came down the elevator to go get some breakfast, and the first thing I saw when the elevator doors opened was a middle-aged man bent over a card table, getting his hands zip tied. He was being arrested at 10 a.m. And that's how I started my day. I saw that, and I'm like, oh, let's get some eggs. And then the next day I came down, also at 10 a.m. to get some breakfast, doors open, and I saw another man just sobbing next to an ATM while his buddy was consoling him. I'm 34 years old. I've never had my best male friend rub my back like this. And he's just sobbing next to an ATM, and they're just doing this, and I'm like, time to get eggs again? It's just sad. That's why I like this. I'm here Thursday, I got 2 shows tomorrow, and then Saturday, then I'm out. You know, we're not even staying at a casino. We're at the Spring Hill Suites next to the convention center. That's as close as I want to be to any of it, you know? We drove in today, it was 5 hours. We got here 5 hours. Then we pulled in, then we had to wait 15 minutes in our car because there was a lunatic meth head running around the parking lot. And we had to wait him out, alright? It was almost like it was Jurassic Park, and we're just in our cars looking at the dinosaur. Yeah, we're just going to let that velociraptor do a couple laps until it decides to leave. This dude was intense. He came up to the window and was just like, I need a lighter! How do you politely say, we don't smoke? And we're closed the window. The window was closed. I'm sorry, sir. We don't smoke. I'm having nicotine withdrawals. That's what he yelled. I'm having nicotine withdrawals. And I'm like, maybe, alright. I'm guessing another, but it was so long, we had to wait 15 minutes. He just kept circling, and I just kept looking at my lady, and I'm like, don't worry, I picked a good hotel. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then we went inside, and it was cool, but the outside was an experience. I like this section here, just a little judgy. I like that. Everyone here just time of their life over here. No, we're the French judges in the Olympics. And we're gonna reserve our thoughts till the end. I appreciate that. It's a nice club. I like the lighting in here. Comedy club, sex dungeon, we go down. Could go either way. Could be a weird swingers setup. We don't know. That's to be found out. Yeah. So I do have to ask, because I'm very interested. Clap it up if you're a local, live here in Las Vegas person. Great. This is always what I want to perform to. If you're not local, don't worry. I'm not picking on you. You're great too. But like, you know, at the casinos, I only perform to tourists. That's where tourists go. And I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much. There'd just be a guy in a Green Bay Packers jersey. And it wasn't even game day. Just, there's nothing sadder than seeing a guy in a football jersey not on game day. Just a regular day. Nothing screams, I need a pamphlet about alcoholism. Like wearing a football jersey not on game day. That's why I like it here. It's nice. The Arts District is coming around. I like that the Arts District is surrounded. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The last time I performed in Vegas, I was working at the Strat, and I don't like going to Starbucks. I mean, I'll go if I have to, but I prefer going to like a regular, just a local coffee shop. And I looked, and there was walking distance to get here from the Stratosphere, and I made that walk through terrifying blocks. And they didn't tell you, why doesn't Google Maps have that feature? They should just have a feature where like you look up walking directions and it goes, no. You're gonna Uber, is what you're gonna do. They don't have that. They actually let me make that walk. Boy, was I terrified. And then I had to make that same walk back with a latte. Somehow more vulnerable looking. It says bug me immediately. Okay, salt maple leaf latte. With the artwork on the top. It's nice out there. Glad things are going back to normal somewhat, I think. I don't know. Football season just started. Pumped about that, yeah. Really what I love more than sports is just watching stadium fights on social media. Have you guys started watching stadium fights? Apparently everyone's just been at home waiting for things to open up so they can punch a stranger in the face at a football game. That's what everyone's been waiting for. I've learned a couple things. If you're in a football stadium and you get into a fight, be in the top row. Alright? If you're in the top row, someone down there has an issue with you, wail away. The odds are you're going to do great. If you're in that bottom row, you apologize immediately and buy that guy a beer. Alright? There's too much leverage coming down. That guy's never won down there. That guy just gets plastered by a giant. And another thing I've learned from watching stadium fights, most of the fight is just chubby dudes covering their bellies. That's most of what it is. They get two punches and they're like, oh, my belly's showing. And I'm like, this ain't the time to be self-conscious. You're fighting for your life in the mezzanine. Like, you can, ooh, my belly. By the way, that wasn't the big reveal that you were big. It's not like everyone at home is going, wow, he spelled, oh, never mind. All right. This isn't the time to be self-conscious, man. Punch that person. I don't know. I just want to get my name out there before the world ends. I want to get Zoltan to be a popular enough name where I don't have to repeat it. Yeah. Do you Where's My Car? Yeah, that movie came out my freshman year in high school. And ruined the next 4 years. I was a pretty shy kid in high school and everyone just walked up and go, Zoltan! And I was like, God damn it. I've learned recently, I guess I've learned my entire life, but my name can either start or end a conversation. It's one of two ways. Like last week I was checking into a hotel and the guy behind the counter goes, Zoltan! Whoa! Zoltan Kaszas? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is that name Greek? And I'm like, no, it's Hungarian. And then he just went on to tell me about his favorite Greek restaurant. Anyway. For the next 10 minutes, just went on and on about this Greek restaurant across the street. And he's like, they got falafels the size of your head, buddy. And I'm like, I'm Hungarian. And he goes, well, what do you got? What are you against Greeks? And I'm like, I'll go check out the restaurant. Just calm down. So it would either be that or it would be the other way. I was in Memphis, Tennessee 3 weeks ago, and I went to a barbecue place. There's an old man running the counter, and he's like, I need a name for the order, and I'm like, Zoltan, and he just said, no. I've never gotten that response before. You ever said your name to somebody and they go, no. We're not doing that today at all. And then I showed him my credit card, and I was like, it's right there, and he goes, I'm not typing that in. He goes, around here you're so. And he just typed in zero. He gave me my receipt, and I was like, what a weird contrast. everybody. Hey, look at us. All right, thank you. One more time for Jacob Samuel. Make it loud for him. He's one of you guys, Vancouver local. Hell yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for helping me fill up this giant place. It was stressful, all right? I was like, well, they're like, don't worry, we can close off the balconies. I'm like, please, don't make it. That's always my fear every time we're gonna try bigger venues. I'm like, boy, what if they don't come? And they're like, isn't it exciting? I'm like, you mean terrifying? That's what it is. Can you imagine if there's 80 people in here? It'd feel like I was auditioning for something. I feel like I'm auditioning for Fiddler on the Roof or something. I don't know, whatever the hell he said. But this is awesome. Look, big letters and all that stuff. That's cool. It's great. I like it. Hashtagging is still in, you know? In case you forgot, we still hashtag, all right? That's going to be something that everyone's going to remember from this era. It's like, remember that, 15 years where everything was, hey, hashtag Marcy and Jeff's wedding. Hey, hashtag us so all the photos show up in the same spot. I want to see my mother puking in a bush. I want to see that. But no, it's very exciting to be here. It's a beautiful theater this is the most beautiful theater next to a strip club I've ever performed at. That strip club is right there. That is so close, right? That's weird. Isn't that weird? There's on the other side of that wall. Very different show. Very different audience. Let's be honest about that. All right? I hope there's less laughing going on at that show. Wouldn't that be rude if the stripper was crushing harder than me right now? It's just a hilarious stripper and you're all gawking at me and we just hear fun happening over there. And you guys are just, and I'm like, I think we got the wrong audiences. I do hope at least 2 people went to the wrong venue. I hope one person from my show is over there going, man, these openers are insane. And I hope one person from there is here and he's like, damn it. He's like, I can't leave now. Everyone's going to know I'm that guy. I went to the wrong one. But it's awesome. I love coming to it's not my first time in Vancouver. I've been here many a times. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Honestly, beautiful. I've never seen such beautiful people. All of you have high-end dogs. All of you. Man, the shelters must be full. None of you are going there. Dude, those are purebred. They look like the Westminster Jog Show when I was walking around. Everything's just poofed out. Oh, these weren't even real dogs. None of them took a dump, all right? They would all just tinkle and a rose grew. Like, these are high-end. Every time they peed, someone captured it, and they're like, I need this for the others. I don't know what that last one meant either, but I already said it. Everyone is such high-end dogs. I was like, wow, it's beautiful. So diverse, so much all of Canada, not just Vancouver. So much diversity. I was in Edmonton 2 weeks ago. A lot of diversity out there. The week before that, Calgary, a lot of diversity out there. My wife's from Toronto. I go there all the time. A lot of diversity. Like, if I had to think, when I think of Canada, I picture a Sikh man in a winter coat. That's what I picture. Like when I see the maple leaf, that's what I see, and I'm like, that is like when I think of the United States, I just think of RFK working out without a shirt on in blue jeans with Kid Rock. That's what I think. That's what America is. It's just a guy without a shirt and blue jeans doing push-ups in a hotel sauna, and he's smart and he's dumb at the same time. Like, he'll say one smart thing, and you're like, whoa, and then the next thing, you're like, was that the same guy? Was that the same guy that said both those things? That's amazing. Things are going well over in America. Things are going well. I don't know if you keep up with the news. We're doing well. I sometimes open the news just to see what I'm going back home to. You know, it's like you ever open the pet cam just to see if the cat's puked on the couch? That's why I open up the local American news, just to know what I'm going back home to. Oh yeah, don't step there. They left a pile.
The Supreme Court, Trump made these tariffs, and then the Supreme Court is like, you can't do these tariffs. And then he's like, I just did them again. I don't know if you saw that. And it's weird. I don't know how to describe Donald Trump to us. It's like, have you ever watched someone else's kid? And you tell them, you can't do that. And then they just do it, and you're like, I can't hit them. So that's what Donald Trump is to us. Like, we have the Supreme Court going, you can't do that. And he's like, you can't hit me, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, it's pretty wild over there. But it's exciting. My wife and I, we just got passport cards. That's exciting. I don't know if you guys have that. There's like the full passport booklet, but they also offer passport cards, and they're worthless. They're essentially worthless. We looked them up. You can't fly into Canada with them. You still need the full. You could drive across the border with the card, but to fly, they're like full booklet, or you don't get to go. Which is such a weird thing. We didn't get them for that. We just got them because they're easier to pull out of your pocket when an ICE agent has their foot on your chest. If you think about it, to fumble with a book, like, I'm a citizen, but you could just pull out a card. It could be quickly. I'm sorry, is that too jarring to be hilarious? I just picture someone's foot on your chest. It's so hard to go, wait a second, but it. That should be the commercial for the passport cards. Sorry, I'm trying to make fun of sadness. That's what we're all trying to do, I suppose. I love doing that. I love making fun of sad things. We're at the hotel we're staying at. We got to listen, my wife's with me, we got to listen to a couple argue in the next room. That's the best. You ever do that? You ever stay at a hotel? That's the best part, is listening to another couple argue. And we try to guess what they're arguing about. Because it was all we heard was muffled noises. All we heard was the only thing I heard for sure was and then out of nowhere he goes, calm down, and then the fireworks started. Then I heard everything she had to say, and I'm pretty sure I heard a cell phone fly across the room. Oh, it's fun to watch other couples argue. It's not fun when it happens to you, but to listen to another, it's beautiful. I like it when you can know something about somebody, but you don't know the person, you know? Like, I was at the hotel gym today by myself, and I was working out, and then an elderly man, fully clothed, came in, not dressed for the gym. He was wearing his out street clothes, and he came in, went straight into the bathroom, and closed the door, and was in there for a while. And then he came out, quickly closed his door behind him, left, and I was like, man, what a way to let me know you're married. And your wife's like, you're not doing that here. Go to the gym. I told you not to have spicy food. But we're on vacation. You poop at the gym. Like, that's a married, there's no one staying in a hotel room by themselves going, I'm gonna go poop at the gym. I'm gonna get my key card, go down 2 floors, and then take a dump in the gym. That's what I'm gonna do.